Then the phone rings, I hear you.
I took the placemat that he left me. I signed up, I took the placemat that he left me, and that was my training. Because when I called him the next day to get a training, instead of hearing, "What's up, mate?" I heard, "Doo-doo-doo, the number you have called is not in service." The guy went back to Miami, and I was left. I thought I was the only rep in Canada with that company, but I had the placemat, I had the circles, I had to go out and do it. So I called my very first friend. I go, "Danny," my best friend, I go, "Danny, you're gonna freak out, man. We're gonna get rich. You gotta come." I did everything wrong, but I was so genuinely excited that he came and he sat down in that coffee shop with me. And I proceeded in drawing the circles. I drew a smaller circle for him, a few customers, you get a few reps. At the end, I wrote unlimited income potential, and I did not do a spelling mistake in unlimited. Danny looked at me and he goes, "Do you really think this is gonna work?" I looked at him straight in the eyes, and I go, "For sure, this is gonna work." Man, I had no idea, but that was my answer, you know? He asked me, "Do you know anybody that's made some money with this thing?" I go, "I know a guy from Miami, he made a fortune." He's like, "Can we call him?" I'm like, "No, his number's disconnected, but don't worry, man. We're gonna make a fortune." I mean, don't ask me why, but Danny signed up. And then I showed the business to another friend of mine called JP, the same thing. He signed up. Man, I was 2 and 2. I thought I was gonna be rich. I thought everybody was gonna say yes. So that was my first one-on-ones, right? And then I sat down with them and I said, "Guys, here's what we're gonna do. We're not gonna be stupid like that guy one-on-one. We're gonna get a group of people together." Man, I thought I invented the concept of big meetings, you know? So I'm like, "Guys, let's make a list." We made a list of 60 people. I remember I had 60 people on my list. These guys had like 3 or 4, and they were the same as my list, you know what I mean? So I'm like, "Guys, let's invite everybody. Let's rent a hotel room. Let's borrow some money. Let's do this thing," you know? And we got all excited, and I invited 60 people to my very first PBR or BOM, or call it whatever you want to call it. I basically rented a hotel room for that. And out of the 60 people, I all told them to bring friends. I had 80 chairs planned out in that hotel room. I was sure that I would have about 120 people because they were all supposed to bring people. And I thought, man, I was wondering how we're going to have even room in there to do a presentation. Well, let me tell you something. When 7:30 came up, I was at the front of that hotel wondering why there was only 20 people there. I looked at all these empty chairs, man. I was wondering, why don't people show up? I didn't really get it. And 15 minutes later, I just guessed there must have been some riot in the city or something. They're not showing up, I don't know. I'll just do the presentation. Here's how I did my presentation. I went at the front of the room in front of those 20 people. Man, I was sure I would get all 20 because I had just gotten 2 out of 2, you know? So I went in front of the room. I'm like, "Okay, guys, I met this guy from Miami. He told me I could make a fortune. He's making a lot of money. I swear to you guys, this guy's loaded. Now here's how it works. This is you." And I had this type of projector where you could write. And I'm like, "Look, this is you. You get a few customers. You get a few people. Unlimited income potential. Here are the forms to sign up. Guys," and here's the most important part. At the end, I looked at them. And I go, "Guys, we're starting this thing here. And you can make a fortune with this. If you get in ground floor, for sure this is going to work out." You know how many people that night signed up? 2 more out of 20. And I was depressed. But let me tell you something. That very first presentation was the greatest thing that ever happened to me. The fact that my sponsor at that time was not there was the greatest thing that ever happened to me because it forced me to take control right away. But here's this thing. But here's the thing, guys, about this business. ACN has the best system I've ever seen in my life. You don't even have to draw circles. They give you a sheet that you can read. Can anybody here read? Raise your hand if you can read. All right, congratulations. You passed the first test. So if you can read, you can show this business. We have a very simple sheet called the ACN Overview, which you're going to see appear right here on the screen that you get on My ACN. And when you download that sheet, you print it out and you share the business with people with that. And all you got to do is read.
On a Monday, I am waiting. Tuesday, I am fading. And by Wednesday, I can't sleep. Then the phone